expected to be the biggest climate strike ever. This was the scene in New York City's Foley Square this morning. The events are not only taking place in major cities, though, they're also taking place here at home. Eyewitness News reporter Molly O'Brien is in our newsroom with what local protesters did today. Molly.
Kate, demonstrators started out in Burnside Park in downtown Providence, made a quick stop over at a National Grid location, and then marched on to the State House. It's all part of Climate Strike RI. Organizers say they want attention and political action. Marching through the streets of Providence, Rhode Islanders young and old, using their voices, leaving work and school, fighting Friday to make a change on climate change.
I'm here today because I feel like climate change is a really important thing that's not being discussed about.
Over 700 people marched on the State House Friday as part of Climate Strike RI. The rally, organized by students across the state, was part of a larger effort, the third global climate strike, demanding action on climate change.
Well, I think that there won't be a future of the planet. So, of course, I think I'm very, very worried, just like many of us here are worried about the future of the planet, because there could possibly not be a future.
Liam Hopkins with Sunrise says the strike marks several months of organizing by climate leaders, and it's important to keep putting pressure on leaders to act.
That we are scared for our futures, that we recognize the reality of this crisis, and that small measures aren't going to cut it anymore.
Students representing the Met, St. Mary's Academy, the Gordon School attended, around 50 schools in all. While the demonstration may have only lasted a few hours, Hopkins says youth climate leaders will keep pushing for action. So coming up new tonight at 6, we'll find out what those youth climate leaders are asking from the Raimondo administration. Live in the newsroom, I'm Molly O'Brien, Eyewitness News.
Change. The global climate strikes are happening in 150 countries. This comes ahead of Monday's United Nations General Assembly and Climate Action Summit. Eyewitness News reporter Molly O'Brien was at a demonstration in Providence and joins us now live in studio with more. Molly.
Kate, more than 700 people marched through downtown Providence today as part of that global movement, all to draw attention to climate change. Starting at Burnside Park in downtown Providence, demonstrators young and old made their way through the city, stopping at National Grid Innovation Center, ending their rally at the State House. Friday marks Climate Strike RI, and students from about 50 schools participated. Activists are pushing for leaders to make change on policies and regulations. Organizers of this event and other demonstrations have been critical of Governor Gina Raimondo and are asking Rhode Island officials to take action.
We know that the folks who are already vulnerable in our society, the folks who are already marginalized, are on the front lines of this crisis, and it couldn't be any clearer in Rhode Island. And we need you to be accountable to those people, not to the people with power and money, but to the people that you're supposed to represent. So we want you to stop taking money from the fossil fuel industry and to embrace a Green New Deal for Rhode Island.
I reached out to the Raimondo administration for comment, and her office tells me, quote, the governor is looking forward to the opportunity to highlight Rhode Island's progress on addressing climate change, expanding renewable energy, and creating green jobs. Live in the studio, I'm Molly O'Brien, Eyewitness News.